This segment of Delmarva Life is brought to you by Dry-Tek Environmental.
Think for a moment about your must-dos this summer. Maybe it's a trip to the beach, maybe a family camping adventure, maybe it's just quality time at home. Something that might not make that list of deep desires. Checking out your crawl space.
It's dark, it's damp, we really don't blame you. As a matter of fact, Dry-Tek Environmental wants to do the work for you. For more than 17 years now, this veteran-owned company has served Delaware and the Eastern Shore of Maryland. When it comes to maintaining crawl spaces, basements, indoor living environments, Dry-Tek's your go-to. How about we learn more now with Delmarva Life's Katie Zurilli.
Crawl space care that conquers competition. Dry-Tek Environmental got going out of necessity 18 years ago.
We saw a real need for crawl space restoration here on the very damp Eastern Shore.
According to President Austin Ireland, the crawl space is considered the most crucial part of a whole home.
It's the foundation. Everything's under there, all your plumbing, all your electric, in most cases your heating and air units under the house, and everything that beautiful home is sitting on is right there on that crawl space.
And here on the peninsula we call home, we deal with a heck of a lot of humidity. That air seeping in will make this space sweat.
Moisture will eventually lead to mold, which will eventually lead to rot. And if unaddressed, Mother Nature will reclaim what was rightfully hers.
And so, in order to keep your home, well, yours, the team at Dry-Tek will scope out the scene so you don't have to, assess the situation, and offer you different options to put an end to and/or prevent problems.
Good, better, best in most cases, and by no means is the good a cheap fix that you're going to have to redo in 5 years. The steering wheel to the crawl space encapsulation process is going to be the dehumidifier. So that, like any mechanical equipment, is not going to last forever, will need to be replaced, but that's going to be 12 to 15 years down the road.
You name it, they do it. From crawl space encapsulation, to mold remediation, to basement waterproofing, and then some. It's work that's worth it, so folks are happy and healthy at home.
Between 30 and 40% of the air you breathe in your living space originates from the crawl space. If you're in your kitchen and you're making dinner, right 2 feet underneath your feet is just nasty, nasty. Nobody wants that. I wouldn't want that.
Tevin Harris started with Dry-Tek 5 years ago and is now the vice president. He says if you're not knowledgeable about your crawl space because you've not had the nerve to check it out, you're not alone.
I've had a lot of calls where they've never been in their crawl space ever.
These two and the rest of their team are happy to go into where it's dark and dirty, so you don't have to.
I'm terrified of snakes and spiders, but it's a job. And before I go in there, I just tell myself that I'm the higher on the food chain. So
I like it. That's what's. Do I want to crawl under a house every day? Not really. My knees are angry about it. But my satisfaction is helping people, and we hang our hat on our integrity. If you do not need our service, we will tell you that. You don't need us. Call us back in a year or two. We'll check it, make sure it's not gotten any worse. So at the end of the day, it's helping people and being honest with people.
Their service, for so many reasons, stands out.
You're not going to get service anywhere else on this Eastern Shore from any company as good as Dry-Tek's. We have the price match guarantee. And what that does is we're not the cheapest. I'm not afraid to admit that. With great service, you got to pay for it. So we're going to match the price of the competitive company so that you get the better company working for you. We have the done right guarantee. What that means is once we go under that house and we take over that crawl space, it's our problem. It's no longer your problem. So for the duration, we're going to make sure you have a dry, safe, clean crawl space. Our estimates, next business day guaranteed. You don't have to wait 3 weeks to get a price for your crawl space. You're going to get it the next business day.
I done spent countless hours sitting with customers, going over everything. So that's no problem for me to sit there, and if somebody want to learn a little bit about what we do and how we do it, I'm here.
And so nearly 2 decades after its inception, Dry-Tek is not just a name. It's the name for quality crawl space, basement, and indoor living environment care.
Rolls off the tongue nicely, and we when it comes to crawl space encapsulation and crawl space installation, we are the brand. We are, Dry-Tek is it. We're the bee's knees.
And the buzz about it won't stop anytime soon.
Now, both Austin and Tevin recommend that you have a weather station installed to monitor the humidity in your crawl space, and if you have a dehumidifier, make sure that you change out the filters when they need to be changed out.
Yeah, we keep an eye on both of them. We love our crawl space encapsulation. Well, let's check out the lineup on Delmarva Sports Network. Softball starts at 8 with Colonel Richardson at North Dorchester, and then it's the final score at 10:30. Delmarva Live will be right back.